We have now started to inspect the private schools with whom we have been working very well. As you have been following this morning, I've inspected 2 institutions, but in 3 locations. Perhaps I start with the public sector, where we have done extremely well. As I speak to you, we are at 98% completion. The few that are left, the 2% that are left, I'm sure by mid of next week they will be complete. Therefore, the national government is going to roll the second phase of the public CBC classroom construction sometime during the course of next week. So where the first phase was involving 6,497, and the next phase is a balance of that, which is just about 3,500 classrooms. So we will launch that from next week, and we are hoping that by the time we are handing over, I hand over when the next cabinet secretary has been sworn in. I'm not a politician, so I'm very happy. I'm going to continue working through and through, and I want to hope that by the end of August, at the very latest, I, as Magoha, son of Magoha, shall have delivered the 10,000 classrooms that His Excellency the President said should be ready by the time he's leaving. But then we have the private sector, with whom we have been working very well. And actually the children who are problematic, that is our own children, like my seeds now, would prefer perhaps to go to private schools. And so most of the working class children, instead of giving us pressure at the top schools, which are basically going to help at the senior school, we would want the private sector to develop standalone junior high school. And this is perhaps the very best example. I realize the press did not follow me inside for whatever reason, but if you like, you can go inside without me. This is a very important development. There are 8 classrooms here, which means instead of children from Kisumu rushing to the alliances and the Kenya high schools of this world, for junior high school, they will be given the same service here in Kisumu. The head of the private schools, who is Mr. Ochomi here, that they already have 1,200 classrooms ready, and that by the end of July, they will have another 5,000 classrooms ready. Now that is an extra space that is available for us, and the government is going to continue to facilitate and ensure that these schools are registered as quickly as possible. There is a process. The fact that I've even commissioned this one does not stop the process to continue, to work with our quality assurance people. I would like to assure the Private Schools Association that the government is ready and willing to work with them, and that when His Excellency the President has pronounced himself as the head of state and commander-in-chief of the defense forces, and we have agreed to work for him. Some of us are not politicians, we are just professional workers. So we are going to work and we are going to deliver. So I would like to reiterate the fact that CBC is not going anywhere, and you can see how much money the government has placed in CBC.